Hey everybody, good morning and welcome back to Dad Bear DIY. I wanted to give you a quick update on what's going on with the Jeep Cherokee. We have come to a crossroad in the life of the Jeep Cherokee, and we made a decision that we are going to retire the Jeep Cherokee from anything but light trail riding. And a couple of reasons. We made a trip out to Stony Lonesome back in November and did probably the hardest wheeling I've ever done, and put the Cherokee through paces it had never been through before. It performed well. It did. I mean, no breakdowns. We got back, drove it all the way up there. That was a 5.5 hour drive up and a 5.5 hour drive down after 2 days of pretty hard wheeling. And just the differences after putting a car through its paces on the trail, and then the things you notice afterward. Lots of noises that you didn't hear before. You know, it's been pushed and twisted and done, in ways it hasn't been done before. Just really kind of have me concerned that in order for me to do any more than what we did at Stony Lonesome, I'm going to have to make what I would call significant modifications to the Cherokee. And those of you who followed from the beginning know that that was never my plan. I wanted to keep it as close to stock as possible, and because of that, we decided that we're not going to be using the Cherokee for any heavy trail riding in the future. But we enjoyed our trail riding at Stony Lonesome, and because of that, like I said, there were some big decisions that were made, and we're going to be revealing some of those here in the future, very near future. Anyway, I wanted to show you some of the stuff that has gone on. Quick flip. Norman, short for Normandy, like I said, performed very well. We did have some wet conditions. Mud terrain tires probably would have been helpful, but the biggest thing that I want to say that kind of led to this decision was we did get submerged and flooded the driver's side with about 4 inches of water. And because we had redone the interior and added all of that soundproofing, I wasn't able to remove the drain plugs, and I wasn't going to drill through them to allow drainage. So we're going to have to be pulling all of that out. The other thing afterward that I noticed, after we did the gear oil change in our differentials, I've got a front differential pinion seal leak that we're going to have to take care of. Other than that, no issues. Can't really find any evidence that anything was overly abused, bent. Like I said, just a lot of weird noises, pops, and all that kind of stuff that we saw. Otherwise, everything handled things really well. We actually got to use our winch a couple of times, which was nice. But there are definitely some things I want to do to straighten out to make Norman my preferred daily driver. And some of that stuff includes, of course, we're going to have to pull all of that interior out again. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that, whether we're going to look for an alternative flooring. May have to cut out those drain. I don't know if I'm going to need to now. I just want to make sure that everything is clean, rust-free, and I'm not expecting any rust, but we just want to make sure that that's going to be straight. So that front diff, rear pinion seal leak is going to have to be taken care of. So once I get her cleaned up, or once we get Norman cleaned up, get all this red clay, which I hate, off her, she is going to go into the garage for the winter at least, and we're going to be doing some major work on her. That's going to include, we are going to remove the rear tire carrier. I'm going to take it out for a drive without the rear tire carrier on and determine if some of the noises I'm hearing come from that, or if we've got something else loose. Whether it's the rear bumper that needs to be retightened down, whether I need to go over the suspension and tighten stuff down again, although we didn't make any adjustments to that. But I'm probably going to end up pulling the rear axle, and then we'll clean that up, do whatever we need to do with that, go and make sure again everything's tight, check for leaks, do a real thorough cleaning on the underside, and we're going to probably pull the front axle, because we're going to have to do that rear pinion or that pinion seal leak anyway. I may take that off so I can pull the axle out, do a full clean on it, and service. Most of the suspension components are going to come off. Bushings will be replaced that need to be replaced. Again, checking lines, doing a thorough cleaning. I may even pull the transfer case and the transmission just to clean them off, because I still have original red clay nastiness stuck up there, and I've got a leak in the transmission that I got to find out where it's coming from. It's either coming from the filler tube or from some of the solenoid plug areas. We're going to check that, make sure that we're not losing anything there. Other things that I've noticed. Only when it's cold, when I start the Jeep up, we get low oil pressure on the dash, to the point where it'll drop down to almost zero. We'll get the check gauges light, but if you check the oil level's fine. After it warms up for a while, it goes back to normal. No issues. So I think we've got an oil pressure sensor that may be going bad, or there's a connection issue that needs to be taken care of, and we'll work on that. I want to try to clean up the engine compartment better. I want to paint the windshield wipers, get that rust off of there. Again, completely rework the interior. We're going to pull the headliner out again and try to redo that. I've got to run a rear view camera cable to the back and route it so that it can be used on the tire carrier, or sorry, not on the tire carrier, but on back here by the license plate. So that, like I said, a lot of cleaning, just do everything we can on the front. Talking about pulling panels off, cleaning those up, maybe giving those a fresh coat of paint. And we're going to have to start looking at some wiring stuff. Now granted, most of the wiring in this is original, so it's dry, it's getting brittle, it's aged. My power locks, the driver's side door has stopped locking. All the others lock, they're fine. This one has stopped locking. I've got a broken wire in the wiring harness from the door. I know that's at least one of the problems, but that whole wiring harness is just in really bad shape. So I may be pulling that out and rebuilding that wiring harness. That's just the stuff I can think of off the top of my head. I know there's more to it than that, guys, but the main story, the headline, I guess, is that Norman is going to be retired from trail riding, except for just light trails. Like if we go out to Eglin and we're doing that kind of stuff, I don't really have anything to worry about out there. We can definitely take Norman. But I love driving this Jeep. It is my favorite daily driver to drive. It's fun to drive. I just want to get it. I want to get everything straight on it, and I don't want to over abuse it, and I don't want to modify it any more than what it is, unless it's a high durability item. So like if the opportunity, say I decided I wanted to put a slip yoke eliminator in here, or improve the durability of the transfer case or drive shafts or whatnot, that sort of thing is okay, but I don't want to change it. I don't want to change the appearance. We're at where I want to be with the appearance. So that's what's going on with the Cherokee. Like I said, we had some kind of hard decisions to make. They were hard, but in a way they weren't that hard, because again, I love this vehicle and I don't want it to get ruined. It's in a good place, but it's an older vehicle that's going to need some work. So I'm looking forward to the stuff we're going to do. Pulling all this suspension and everything is going to be a big deal for me. She's going to be laid up for quite a while, but I want to do it and do it right. So now, in the meantime, we are going to be we still want to trail ride, and we still want to take advantage of some of the stuff that our Jeep Club wants to do. And if we're not using the Cherokee, then there's something else we need to be using. And this is where you guys will get your first peek, if I can get the camera right. There she is. There's your first sneak peek. We also have another vehicle in our fleet now, but while we'll cover stuff like doing general maintenance, and we'll have some videos on the Gladiator, a lot of it is going to be just basic maintenance stuff, things we experience, things we like, things we don't like. And but there's not going to be any major modification. This is not a trail rig. At most, this will be a rescue rig, you know, a recovery rig. But this is one that Mom Bear feels more comfortable driving. We actually followed the Cherokee up. She followed me up in the Cherokee. She followed me up in this, and she loved it. So, like I said, we'll have some content on the Gladiator, not a ton, like no major modifications or anything. So that's big news. We're going to retire Norman from the trails, other than light duty stuff. We've got behind the fence there, we've got our new trail rig, which doesn't have it right now, but you know, when you once you see the name of that one, you'll get a kick out of that, I think. And then of course we've got Dad Bear here, the Gladiator. So that's the 2026 update on our Cherokee and our future vehicle stuff. So thanks for checking us out. I'll talk to you soon. Remember, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and always, always be safe. Remember, close that visor, don't forget your dampeners, throw on some sunscreen, and I'll see you on the other side.